the reds are on. It's not too bad. It's still a little bit gritty, but I'm just gonna have to go with it, man. Can't be helped. So I'm just doing these side bits here. It's a bit awkward. It does look rough though, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but once we neaten this all up and get all the nooks and crannies sorted out, it'll look a lot better. Let's see here, these will be nice. See, it still looks a bit grainy there. I'm wondering if, what I might do is on the airbrush, I might shoot some like kind of like dark greys and black near the, on here, so it looks like it's been fired. I do want to kind of keep within an heavy metal style, but I feel as the further I progress, it's just going to be a more weathered kind of my style, TMD style finish. This red paint is pretty nice. It's by Gamesworkshop. It came with the Blood Angels starter set, I think. I'm not too bothered about going into the black areas because I'll just fix that up later. But so far so good. There's a touch up there. Not bad, but I'm still not happy with. See there, it's kind of nice and flat, can you see? But maybe you can't see it very well on camera. It just still looks a bit grainy, and I don't like it. And I'm already adding crazy amounts of layers here, so I'm just applying like very thin washes, like this. And just building up colour. But like I said, what I might have to do is I might have to airbrush some like smut almost. I could use weathering pigments as well. So I want to make it look like it's the gun's being fired. Highlight that with oranges and yellows. I don't know, but it's a lot better than the yellow that I added before. Oh shit, oh dear. No problem at all. It's looking all right so far, guys. Don't want to handle this too much, but yeah, it's coming along. Let me do the pipes and whatnot. Working the metallics. And then clean it up, and then after we've done this, we'll be doing some washes. Get the washes in, but I'm still debating about that top bit, about these 3 or 6 sections here, doing it in gold or silver. I'm not quite sure. I think black's too much. Right, okay, next step, guys. Well, we're gonna chrome out all this as well. There's a lot of kind of like internal sections here. That are like inside the Dreadnought. So I thought maybe that it should be all like kind of like chrome and stuff. Anyway, you're not really going to see a lot of this stuff on the back anyway. So I'm just chroming out all these spots here. Some internal pipes there. And we'll do the undercarriage. As you can see, there's a lot of details on the back. I did already start doing all this chromes at the back. Turn this a bit upside down, as you can see here. There's a lot to do. Lots of silver. I know I've kind of overkilled with the silver, but I think it makes sense to actually do all this anyway in this silver colour. I have flooded my brush here with metallic and watered it down slightly as I'm covering quite a large area here. What needs to be done as well. Yeah, chrome paints, man, they're, especially when they're thick, they're just the worst thing to work with. Even when the paints are brand new, they're a real hassle to work with. I've actually done some golds as well on the pistons, as you can see here. Again, I know it looks a bit rough, but once we get going, guys, it'll start to come a lot. It'll start to come and pop out a little bit more. So I've got all the. But honestly, this is the most boringest stage of like Warhammer's doing all these bits at the beginning, just base cutting colours and stuff. I'm more about like doing like weathering and stuff like that. That's when I get really excited about it. Which I think this Dreadnought needs, that kind of like battle damage worn look. I have been watching a lot of tutorials on doing space marines and whatnot. And it's kind of interesting seeing how, especially like the dry brush technique with using those washes as well. It looks really cool. Not something I would do, but I think this year I need to start experimenting with stuff a little bit more. Maybe start learning some new stuff. Yeah, this bit here is going to be really annoying. But yeah, it's coming along very slowly. Again, just going step by step. This bit here is, like I said, this is not going to be like how I first got this model. And also the quality of like the 1990s sculpts are not the best anyway, so You know, it's not going to be super detailed like you'd get like with modern styrene kits. Got these bits as well, which are all chrome. Not that you're gonna see anyway, but anyway, like I said, it's better to work as neat as possible. And paint's thinned down as well. Whoo, god damn, man. So this is a lot of work here, man, actually. A lot of work. It'd be nice to see all this highlighted and whatnot. I did do some testing of the golds on the silver. I kind of like that. Like, it's kind of like reminds me of like Gundams and stuff. I've got to do the undercarriage of their silver as well. See, all under there. Again, guys, I'm not going to bore you to death with me doing all that. I'll probably fast forward the video. All this is all chrome. I could do with actually a thicker brush. But yeah, all that needs to be chromed out at the bottom. Okay, we've made some progress. It's what it's looking right now, guys. So right now I'm gonna use some washes. We got some strong tones by Army Painter, flesh and whatnot, Agrax, and we're gonna start pin washing this. The banners, the details, the obviously the grey wings, and start pin washing, and then work on that, guys. But so far it's coming along. I can see it. I just need decals now. That's going to be the next problem. Or I might have to like hand paint the Dark Angels insignia on there. I've also added white on those, which I think are like lenses. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, let's crack on, lads.
かし八木は去年この部屋を追い出されています。家賃滞納で以前から金には困っていたそうです。
借金作っちゃ俺に金借りに来るだけだ。
部屋を追い出されたから白骨死体を動かしたんです。きっと慌てて掘り出したんでしょう。だから結婚指輪に気づかなかった。
結婚指輪？
風岡洋二さんの結婚指輪です。見てください。金が腐食した後です。金は本来腐食に強いんですが、それを腐食させる薬品があります。その一つが要素です。
八木がまいた消臭剤の成分です。
それは金の指輪を腐食させ、その痕跡を白骨死体の指に残したんです。ご主人のご遺体がここに埋められていた証拠です。お返しします。
今どこにあるの結婚指輪？
うるさいな、もうどっかにしまってあるよ。
どっかって何よ。ちょっとどこ行くの？
タバコ買ってくるだけだ。
あの夜、ご主人は先生と喧嘩した後、タバコを買いに行く前に指輪をはめていったんです。そしてその手であやちゃんを優しく撫でた。
あや、
あやちゃんはそれをはっきりと覚えていました。そのおかげでご主人が亡くなる前にこの指輪をしていたことが分かり、事件が解決したんです。
あの人がこの指輪を。オペのために邪魔だって、いちいち面倒だって、だから結果になったの。
先生、あやちゃんも大輝くんも知りたがってます。お父さんが見つかったのかどうか。お母さんの口から話してあげてください。あなたたちも愛されてたのよ。それは
大なものが事件を解決したな。
そうで
遺体が見つかった以上失踪宣告は無効だな。
でももういいのよ、そんなこと。きっともう主人を忘れようなんて思わない。だってあんなにいい思い出なんだもの。
そうかもしれない。
動画にいるかな。
まあそうだね。
でも小さいな。
もうちょっともうちょっともうちょっともうちょっと。
こっちから行ってみよう。
え？こっちから？向こうの方が近いでしょ。
いや、絶対こっちの方が近いって。
危ないし、向こうでも行けたでしょお前。
どっちに行くの？
じゃあ差しに上がるよ。うち知ってんの俺とケースやから。
まきちゃんどっち行く？
グッパーで決めよう。
グッパーホイ、グッパーホイ、グッパーホイ。あ、じゃあ俺ちゃん。ちょっと待って。
ナオと急いで。ナオと。
犯人に会ったらどうする？逃げてるんでしょ？銀行強盗、拳銃持って。
会うわけないじ
もしもの話、会っちゃったら？
ゃん。俺が守る。大丈夫？
ありがとう。
ねえ。チューしたことある？
純一がふざけるからでしょ？
あの日俺たち4人は罪を犯した。犯した罪を未来につながることのないタイムカプセルに封印した。あれから23年、彼らに会うことはなかった。
富田です。
おお、今どこにいんの？
いや、今どこ？
御事町の蒲田さん。また騒いでっからちょっと行ってくんね。富田ご指名なの？
僕非番なんですけど。
通報入ってるんだよ。こんにちは。ご苦労様です。
大丈夫？
じじい。こっちこっちこっちこっち。
あんまりうるさくしないでね。沙織さん、どうも。
あいつだ、うるさいんだ。
大丈夫ですか？
静かにして。
ゆっくり話聞くから。まあ、将棋でもやりながら。
やめろ。
どないすか。いやマジでやばくないですか。重大事件の山でしょ。非番の時に追い出されるのがそれって。
まあ、いいんじゃないの？平和で。
いやいや、デート中とかそんな離れたくないとかありません？
ああ、確かにな。親の羽マンだったしな。
なんすか。やばいやつですか。
いいんだよ、平和。課長、今さっき報告書を送りました。
昔この町住んでたんですよね。
小学校6年の時ね。
うわ、マジっすか。この友達とかいるんですか？
卒業して以来全く会ってないな。
そればったりあったりとかは？
ないな。
いや、っていうか偶然ともわかんないじゃないですか。だってもう20年以上経ってますよね。
23年。
マジか。そっか。小学校の時好きだった女の子とか覚えてます？
なんだよ。覚えてないな。お疲れ様でした。お。
純一がふざけるからでしょ。いらっしゃい。
はい。
ありがとう。また。
こちらこそ。
結構伸びた。
そうかな。
まさき、うまく決まった。
Well, we're back again on the bench, which is finally being cleaned. This is Saturday as I'm filming this, and I've started to mess around with some lovely edge highlighting. So basically, guys, I've been using Army Painter, was it Jungle Green and Angel Green, to put that in shot. So far so good. I did start doing the first highlights in the Dark Angel Green, and I don't know if it really gives any real effect, so to speak, but so far so good. I did that angel in the text, which came out pretty nice. I wrote repent and angel. Repent, I'm not kind of digging that, but I don't know how I'm going to remove that. I used a not 3 Sakura liner. But as you can see, the highlights do make this Dreadnought pop. I'm handling this way too much, and I know like some paint's coming off here and there. So what I'm going to do, I have just done one side just to see what it would look like. As you can see, there's a huge difference there. I know everybody who paints Warhammer stuff always gets scared about edge highlighting. It's not that difficult, really. It's quite a simple process of just getting your brush and then just like going along the edge. It's very softly like that. Work on the sides. I should buy some gloves. I was supposed to get some gloves from work, but I forgot to get some. Now I kind of stupidly did the rivets, and they're not perfect, the rivets. And there's still some bits and pieces that I should have covered first on the video. And basically, I just want this project out of the way. I'm not 100% happy with it. I know I'm a bit critical about my work, but it's fun. It's not perfect by all means. I didn't think it would be, but it may be further down the line once I get everything. Like, I'm not happy about the gun. I'm not happy. There's certain areas of this that I just think, one is that I didn't really, some areas the paint is too thick. So try to get that shot. It's really difficult trying to film me do edge light highlighting on here. But basically it's just going around the edges, doing that kind of old school heavy metal style. And I have gone over some parts on the other side a few times because I want this paint to be as thin as I can get it. I don't want it to be thick. And no doubt I'll have to do the rivets again. But yeah, it's coming along very slowly. Due to work and stuff, I've been kind of busy with other things. So it's been slow progress. As I mentioned on my in this whole video series, I got polyps in my nose, which is not fun. I'm feeling a little bit better, but that's only because I'm stacked out on bloody on painkillers. I'm on painkillers right now. So these highlights could do with like multiple coats, but that doesn't really matter because I think having those multiple coats is better because it kind of like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like it makes like the first highlight into the second, if that makes sense. So I'm just building up the contrast colors, the highlights. This is a bit tricky. That's a bit tricky, that one. Like I said, you do need a good steady arm. There's a bit more water. So yeah, I've not been feeling very well, hence why the videos have been a bit slow to come out. I'll probably, by the time of this video, I'll try and upload some new content because I've only uploaded the first video. See that highlight's coming in nice. Like I say, it's just a simple case of just brushing along with the side of your brush. Just take your time. I mean, this process is probably the process that quote unquote makes models, these Warhammer models, pop more. So it's just worthwhile just spending some time doing it correctly and neatly. Again, I'm holding this model. God, I really need some gloves. But it's been a fun project. Big shout out to Esco Bear, all the people that have commented so far on this build. Now, I managed to find some transfers from the the knights that I got with Dark Angel numbers, the insignia, which is really good because I was thinking, how am I going to get hold of those? And I found a company, Haiku Decals in Japan, that actually do custom decals. So it's not like it's not like I can't get custom decals or decals for this. On the edges here, I've actually put more of the green down. If you can see that on the edge. But yeah, it's kind of interesting working with old Warhammer because this thing here weighs quite a bit of weight, but it feels good that I've got it in my hand whilst I'm painting. And if you make a mistake and you get those fine pointed buds, I don't know if you can get them outside of Japan, but you can erase it with a bit of water. So it's slowly coming along, as you can see. There you go. I'm in two minds about maybe putting an extra highlight on there. I'm not quite sure. What do you guys think? I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'll probably have this cracked out at some point. And by the way, you can always, because I like to use this time here thing, because like some areas of this, like I said, it's better to have it on something like this, so it's easy for you to paint. But yeah, there's so many areas of this that I just don't like, but it's far too late now to remove paint and stuff. See this part, and some areas as well with the rivets, the primer didn't sit nicely either, which is a bit of a bar steward. Like I said, just take your time. I am doing some certain spots on here. Apart from that, guys, hope you're all well, man. Nothing majorly. Shit, I made a mistake there. Nothing major to report back on. But a new job's going really well. Really enjoying it. Makes a big difference when you're in a job that's that you enjoy, and you're with a cool crew of people that are dedicated, that work well as a team. Sorry, the camera angles. I have the worst lightened camera setup here ever, man. It's annoying. I need to invest in something like further down. Further down the road. I thought I'd go in with that jungle green because it's really bright, and it just saves me having to do the Dark Angels green. I think it's pointless me adding that, to be fair. There you go. Let's go around the edges again. Watching me do this. I don't want to bore you guys too much on the video. See, again, I've gone over this part again. See, definitely making this thing pop. I'm a bit weird because I've got my wedding ring on as well, so I'm a bit cautious about scratching paint and stuff. I mean, depending on how good or bad you can use a paintbrush, I mean, you can get some areas where you're just gonna have to, like, you know, go in. Because my paint is pretty thin down. Just got that edge there. Again, you just have to flip it. Flip it, baby. And then try and get that edge. This is going to be a tricky one. I've got it there. There you go. It's looking all right now. On the bottom areas of the feet, I'm probably going to use the green, the angel green, build those up. Voila! So it's a bit of a weird angle, but you can see if I don't frigging drop it. So it is coming along. It's coming along. But that's basically the edge highlighting, man. Obviously, I've got so much to do at the back. It's ridiculous. But from that angle, it looks pretty neat. I don't like the top section either. I should have filed that down. I don't know, I might do that again. The gun again, that was a bit of a struggle. I need to touch up some areas of there. This I really do not like, but it's just too late now. I mean, from a distance it looks alright, but close up it looks shit. So, but I've already put half a ton of gunmetal on there, so it's too late. But we're getting there, guys, we're getting there. Alright guys, we've glossed it last night. It's all glossy, ready for decals. It's easier to put on. Sorry, my kids are making so much noise. We got the Deathwing decals. We're going to be mixing this up with some MAC stuff. I've got some more decals from MAC. I don't want to overkill the decals, really, to be fair. I want it quite simple. Simple process, just cut them out. Water. For some reason I've lost my decal tray. I need to look for that today. And it's a very simple process, just cutting them out with a knife. Now there are some products called setter and softener. I probably won't need them for these because they're not really going on any curved surfaces. I also not happy with this top bit. I'm going to drill the holes out at the last minute, and I've got the banner pull to airbrush today. And then we're going to start doing the diorama, which I'm going to get some brown varnish, I've got some up there, and start planning out the diorama. So let's cut this out, guys. So we've got the decals here, guys. Some people use cocktail sticks. You can use whatever, man. I've got a decal in. So, guys, we've got the decals, and I'm using a cotton bud here. Very. As you can see here, we just need to readjust this because it's on gloss. It's easier to applicate. Does that look straight to you guys? I don't know if that decal should be there. So let's move this. I think it just doesn't sit right there. I think it's better on that side. You can use mark setter. To adjust it. I've still got the water on here anyway, so and that setting solution, which I have Mr. Hobby